Good morning, friends. This lockdown has been really a blessing, or may I say a boon for me. I could refresh my knowledge and information on lots of books. So today I'm going to give a little review or my take on a book which was presented to me by one of the most learned, most revered and respected friend of mine. Noor, we call him Qazi Noorul Islam. We call him Noor Bhai. And the book is Mr. Kakar's Kamasutra. Kakar has written about Vatsayan Kamasutra. To my friend, here I just finished the book and I was simply laughing. So my view is that this Kakar's or the Kamasutra's Vatsayan Kamasutra is the most silliest and the most unscientific book on sex that I have ever read. And it's Vatsayan Kamasutra, the most illogical book. There is no basis whatsoever for his having divided men and women into categories according to the size of their genitals. Vatsayan's categorizations of males into hares, horses, bulls, and women into gazelles, mares, and elephants, which are basic basis to his analysis of the man-woman physical relationship, is entirely arbitrary. So is his penchant for enumerating just about every action that brought men and women close to each other. For him, the number 64 has some kind of a mystical significance. Mystical significance, you see, following Manu, his latest transgression of the caste code by the four varnas to a total of 64. Now, how seriously anyone can accept this kind of division or treatise today? My friend, Kamasutra is not even good pornography. It is downrightly silly and I would say hilarious. The one thing that can be in its the only one thing which can be said in his favor, that it was completed sometimes around the 4th century AD, during the so-called golden age of the Gupta Empire, and giving the readers some idea of the free and open society of those times. It was also the time when erotic sculptures and paintings flourished in different parts of the country. Not much is known about the author of the Kama Sutra besides his name and that he lived in Kaushambi and Varanasi and had access to the court of the ruling princess, using extract from his treatise, Mr. Sudhir Kakar's. India's, he is a leading psychoanalyst, very renowned one, has reconstructed his life and times of Vatsayan. He has done so with the commensurate skill of a master craftsman, using psychoanalytic techniques, imagination, Felicius prose to bring to a life of a scholar, an ancient erotica who died over 1500 years ago, I suppose. He uses an ingenious device of getting a young neophyte frivolously to himself, and spends many days, over many years, in Vatsayana'S hermitage on the pretext of writing a commentary on the Kamasutra. He questions Vatsayan on contentious points like the art of seduction, foreplay, etc. If Kakar is right, mind you, Vatsayan was an illegitimate child of a wealthy tradesman and brought up in an establishment of a courtesan run by sisters, one of whom was his father's mistress even. Young Vatsayan became a favorite to his mousy aunt. It is all in the book as per him. He becomes this very close favorite of his aunt. He saw the comings and writings of rich patronages who came to see the girls sing and dance, courtesan's main job. Now, he was married off to the ruler's beautiful but wayward sister-in-law, many years younger than him. They retired to a hermitage at the fringe of a forest. While the Acharya was busy writing on or meditating, Mr. Kakar says his wife, you see, she loitered around the jungle watching birds and beasts and enjoying the natural beauty, and contemplated on life next to a lily pond. On this Sylvian landscape or the backdrop or the you see this scenario scene, here arrives a young man to compile a biography of Acharya and clarify some points of his magnus opus Kamasutra, which is writing. After their midday meals every day, what happened? While the Acharya was resting after writing, meditating and writing, compiling his observations, whatever, the young student followed his guru's wife into the forest. And obviously, after a few days, they become lovers. One day, the Acharya caught them. He suddenly appeared and saw them in a compromising position. The Acharya said nothing and disappeared forever. The young lovers also fled the hermitage and the town, because in those days extramarital relationship between a shishya and guru's wife was regarded as the gravest of the sins. And then later, as per Mr. Kakar's book, and they had an illegitimate child. In short, I will tell you, my friends, the author of Kamasutra, the classic of the sex, himself was an impotent. Notwithstanding, you read the book, least you will have is a lot of pleasure, and you will enjoy it, and it will generate tremendous amount of humor. And the best thing to beat this long, boring lockdown. Today starts Unlockdown 3. All the best. Thank you.